You are listening to Rags to Resale, the podcast for career resellers or anyone who wants to amp up their online resale business the right way. Here are your Posh Pro experts, Megan Morris and Gemma Piscotti.
All right, guys, it is Rags to Resale time. I am so excited to have our guest today, Maribeth Robinson from Uptown Cheapskate. And guess what? I met her here in North Carolina. I am in North Carolina with my daughter, previously worked for our company, and then skyrocketed to her new job here. And we are here searching for apartments. Maribeth, I went by her place to see if I could shop because I saw it and it looked amazing. It looks like your average buyout right store, like a Plato's Closet, but it was different somehow. So her store is called Uptown Cheapskate. It is a franchise. You open at 10, but you're no shoppers. Explain.
Right. So we are open to buy right now. We just opened about 6 weeks ago. So we're just bringing in inventory from the community for people that want to sell their gently used clothes, shoes, and handbags. Our grand opening will hopefully be sometime in July where we can actually get shoppers.
That's awesome. And you are in Durham.
Yep.
North Carolina. Yeah. So her shop is gorgeous. I was salivating. There are so many beautiful things there. She's already pulled in tons of stuff. How many clients would you say you've purchased from?
About 400 so far.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So it is a packed store, but you were explaining before we started that you have to have so much inventory in backstock.
We do, yeah. So since it's resale, we don't just get inventory from like online vendors and things. 90% of our store comes from the community. So we need to fill the store and then we need about that much in backstock so we can refill the racks after people start shopping.
You know, all the signs talk about sustainability. Yeah. And it is, I mean, they've been pulling it in. It looks amazing. I was walking around looking at the shop and I love your sort of mantra and why it's better to shop resale, and just reminds their customers constantly of every turn that they're not just getting a great deal, that they are doing good for the world, you know, so it is a bonus to be in this business for that. Don't you think, Maribeth?
Yeah, we do provide, affordable clothes for the community, right? So we offer low price for trendy things that are in like new condition. We provide a place for people to get cash for clothes if they have a closet full of things that they don't wear. But a big focus of Uptown Cheapskate in general is sustainability and upcycling trendy things to keep things out of landfills.
I love it. So what's the process for a seller? So if someone comes in and just wants to sell their products, I saw a lady there yesterday. She had a big bin of stuff and you were going through it. What's the process?
All right, so you don't need an appointment. We buy from open to close every day, and we ask that you bring in items that are freshly laundered, trendy. We don't really like things that are older than like 2 years, teen and young adult type fashion. And you could put it in a bin or a box, like laying flat. And then we come in, we look through your items and kind of see what we're able to purchase. And then we have a computer system that we input information about each item, and it kind of tells us what the price is, how much the vendor gets for it. And then we make you a cash offer right then, and you can get 25% more in store credit. And we take men's and women's extra small to 2XL.
So that was interesting to me. Your rewards program really encourages people to come back and shop and sort of close the loop on that money that they're taking out, that you bring it back into that shop and you get quite a bit more money.
Yeah, and there are sales throughout the year where the store credit percent increases. I know around Valentine's Day, it goes up to around 40% more in-store credit. And there's also some sales that are, if you sell to us today, you get like 10% off your entire purchase if you're shopping at the same time. So there's constantly different kinds of incentives for selling and getting the store credit.
So when you come back in, you can just kind of rack up that store credit and use it, say at a sale time or something like that.
Yeah, you can use it anytime. It's linked to your phone number. So all you would do is just when you come check out, you put your phone number into an iPad and then it pulls up your account and you use the store credit just like if it was like a gift card or something.
Great.
I just wanted to get back to the whole sustainability concept because I'm new to resale. Megan and I are business partners, but I came from a different area of industry, and so I'm really learning so much about the resale industry and how it's the devotion it has to sustainability. And so, what do you do to educate your customers on that concept?
It's in our advertising that we focus on keeping things out of landfills, and we talk about how polluting the fashion industry is in general. And I didn't know before I actually started at Uptown that fashion is the second most polluting industry in the world.
I know, isn't that crazy?
And it seems like a lot of people that come and sell are already on that kind of mission of save the planet, recycling and things like that anyway.
Okay.
So we just kind of really fit right into what they're already kind of thinking about.
Yeah, so your customers are already on that groove, and that's what's hard, is trying to kind of relay that message to other people that have a stigma about resale. And I was just curious kind of what you try to do with your advertising to convince people that this is quality clothing we have here, better than what is being produced right now by fast fashion. So I think
what's lovely about stores like Uptown Cheapskate is that, if you walk past this shop, it just looks like a really nice, Gap or, boutique-y store. It doesn't come off as a thrift shop. It's got dressing rooms and carts and helpful employees that can, get you a dressing room and hold your clothing. And you feel like you're shopping at a mall store. And so I think just the fact that it exists, that Uptown Cheapskate exists in the area that it exists, will open minds and eyes, because their store has huge signs everywhere showing people exactly how bad the fashion industry is and what good they're doing there. So, it's hopeful. It's a hopeful sign to me that a store like this is opening in a place that may not have a huge push for sustainability. Like if you live in Seattle, Washington, you're halfway there just by living there. Community talks about it constantly. Durham, less so, and so Maribeth's doing her part just by opening the store.
Right.
Now, Maribeth, you said that you shopped at a Uptown Cheapskate somewhere else before this?
Yeah, so there's a couple that are, I think the closest one is probably about 40 minutes away from here, and I would drive that far just to go shopping. And for me, once I started shopping there, and other people probably notice this too, when you start shopping resale and you see the signs about the pollution and things, you start being conscious of it in everyday life. Like you recycle more, and like I'll tell my sister, hey, why didn't you use a reusable grocery bag instead of getting the new one? So it kind of trickles out into the rest of your life. But also for me, it's like the cost savings. So once I started shopping resale, I was like, I'm not doing new anymore because I'm being spoiled with all of the variety and the low prices of a used clothing store.
Right. Absolutely.
I think it is addictive in a good way. It's the first thing I've been addicted to in my life that I feel really good about. You don't have to give up this addiction because it's only helping everyone around you. It's not just a selfish thing that you're doing for yourself, So it's just lovely. And it is hard to pay. I know my daughter, my little one, my kids, I bring resale clothes home all the time. So they're used to taking a pile of stuff that I bring home. And I said, those looked good for you. And they zip through it, and they're not really even nice about it. They're like, yes, no, no, yes, no, because they're so used to huge volumes of clothing coming in. And my daughter, for her birthday, she's 10. All she wanted in the world to do was to go to the real Lululemon. This is what happens to poor resale kids, right? Go to the real Lululemon and buy real Lululemon clothes and get it in a real Lululemon bag and bring it home from. And she was even saying, she was like, it smells nice, like she just had didn't have the goodwill smell or whatever. So I was like, oh, you poor little thing, But I tell you what, I had such sticker shock. I was like almost rude to the person working there. I was like, this is ridiculous. It's like $68 for a t-shirt. It's like, I can't. I'm trying so hard not to get upset, but I'm having trouble paying for this. So, it's impossible to go back because you realize that not only are you saving so much money and it's absolutely insane, but like Maribeth pointed out, there's way more variety. You can try Lululemon, Athleta, and Gap Body or whatever, try them all on and go, yeah, Gap Body's just as good, and then that for going forward. I know exactly what my favorite pair of jeans is because I've been able to go into a thrift shop and try 80 pairs of them on, and they're all already lived in. So that how they fit and feel after a few washes, and they're never going to shrink up or do anything. And they fit perfectly, and they've got just the right of distress and all of that stuff for 1/3 the price that you're paying, when you go in and buy it for real. So it's just an amazing, I feel like we all have a little secret. We all know that it's better. And those that don't, well, let's just try to spread that message as best we can. And kudos to you, Maribeth, for doing that in your community. I'm very excited about your grand opening. So you think sometime in July, and how are you getting the word out that you're there? You have advertising going?
Yeah, we're on Spotify, Facebook, Instagram. We've got Google ads running. There's some local radio ads running, and we're looking into doing like a live DJ and giveaways at the actual grand opening event.
Oh, that's fun. That'll be exciting. Well, I'm going to be back here in July, moving my daughter in. So I'm going to come in. I'm so excited to check in with you guys. Yeah, we're definitely, we'll be there with bells on because she'll need her. She's right across the street from you. I'm sure she'll be a frequent member and a rewards program member as well.
Ah, perfect.
She is very excited to shop. I said, it's not open yet. She was like, oh no. I was like, it's okay. We don't need to bring all that home to Chicago. You'll just come in.
Do you take specific brands only?
We do like name brand things, but not specifically, certain name brands over the other. We like Aerie, we do like Lulu, we like Vans, we like Free People, but we'll also do like Forever 21, we'll do H&M, we also do like Fashion Nova, like online type brands. We tend to stay away from like the Walmart and Target brands. And we also do some high-end things. These little Prada shoes came in like the first week we were open. They're like brand new, like adorable Prada shoes. So we're really just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, what size are
they?
I think they're really small. I think they're like a 7 or 6.5.
Oh, that's our size.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we're both 7. Nice. So how much are you gonna put those up for?
They're $249.
Yeah. Yep. Gorgeous.
So we typically do things 50 to 70% off retail. If it's new with tags, we will price it a little bit higher. But if it's like a Free People pair of jeans and they're like $150, we're still only going to price them at like between like 35 and 40.
Yeah. What are your clearance events? When do those happen and how do they work?
Oh yeah. So Uptown Cheapskate has a ton of sales all the time. I would probably say a month or two after our grand opening, we're going to kind of get into the clearance cycle. And so basically something that I buy this month is going to be full price. Next month, it'll be 25% off. And then that item the following month will be 50. And then it goes up to 70% off after that. And then twice a year, we have a semi-annual sale where everything that's on clearance is 80% off. And then we have the fill a bag charity. You pay $20 for the bag and you can fill it up with as much stuff as you can that's in like that section of the store.
So you always basically will start once you get to a few months out, you always basically have 75% off something.
Oh yeah. Yep. If it's got a yellow sticker, it's 25% off. And then the yellows go to the 50, and then the blues might be 25% off. And there's signage throughout the store that tells you kind of the color coding of how much it is off that item. And then on top of that, we have like the Valentine's Day sale. Earth Day obviously is a big one with the sustainability and recycling. So that's a huge sale for that weekend. And it's just continually throughout the year. We're always having some kind of sale, and something is always on clearance.
I'm so upset you're not open.
Do you have a process for what just doesn't sell at all?
So the things after the semi-annual sale, if we still have things that are on clearance, those can go into the Fill a Bag charity event, or we give them to our donation.
So you choose a charity of your choosing, and so nothing that isn't purchased at your store ever ends up in a landfill.
No. Mm-mm. Yeah, and the charity partners that we pick give the clothes directly to the families in need. So it's not just going to like a different thrift store.
That's
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yeah.
You're not just dumping it off at a Goodwill or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very nice. So are there any other buyout? Do you have any competition in the area? Do you have like a Plato's nearby or anything like that?
We do, yeah. There's two Plato's closets in Durham. There's a Clothes Mentor in Chapel Hill that's just right down the road from us. And there are just some like local type thrift stores as well.
Mm-hmm. So, but you're different in that. So Plato's is very much the Forever 21 crew. And Style Encore, Clothes Mentor are very much, the Talbots and Taylor crew.
Yep.
And you're kind of a combination.
We're right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll do some Forever 21. That's like the younger teen. And we do some Talbots and things, but not too much. And we're kind of right in the middle as far as like age demographic is. As far as the process and the payout, I think we're competitive with the other ones in the area.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think your rewards program is better. From what I can recall, I think you pay more in store I don't recall Plato's having much of a bump. I've never been offered, do you want an in-store credit?
Oh, okay.
So yeah. I don't know. I'd have to check that, but they have a rewards program, but it's more like if you buy or sell, you get money off when you shop.
Okay.
Yep. So I like your rewards program. It caters to your sellers, which is really, really nice.
And in addition to the 25% more in store credit, you also earn points. So you earn points for selling and for buying. And then when you get 30 points, they turn into a 20% off coupon for when you shop. So It's incentives all over the place.
And how long does it take to get to 30 points? What is?
It's 1 point for every $10. And then when you get to 30, it's a 20% off coupon.
That's pretty
good. And you get a coupon during your birthday month as well.
Oh, very nice. Well, that's good because January is my big shopping month. So I'll have to get Maddie in there with a FaceTime. Do you know how many states that the franchise is located in?
We're spread all the way from California to here in North Carolina. They're in Florida and everywhere in the middle. I think there's about 65 stores now. Yeah.
Very fun. Well, I just thought it was lovely. I mean, I just, and I know you've been in the Clothes Mentor and the different shops, Plato's Closet, Gemma. It just feels different. It feels more like, so I keep saying upscale instead of uptown. It feels more upscale for sure.
Yeah, we do. The franchise in general does pride ourselves in the appearance of the store. So there's a ton of lighting. All of the finishes are like a nice light color, and we want the racks to be shoppable. So we don't want to overfill them. And that's why we have the constant backstock. So we can bring product out when it's needed, but not so much that you can't like move, when you try to go to a thrift store and the rack is so full, you can't even move the hangers around. So you just give up. Right. So we are trying to avoid that. And then the end caps are all nicely organized. We don't have a bunch of clutter all over the floor, and we don't cover every inch of the store with product. We want it to be light and airy, like the boutique kind of feel instead of the thrift store type.
It really does. It feels like you walked into a Gap or any mall store. I mean, it's just really bright and airy and smells good and clean and pretty. And it does draw you in and you want to shop. So I just found it very unique to the buy outright brand, where, a lot of times you go into stores, and I know that they're all owned by different people and they're in different locations, but a lot of times the staff looks haggard and panicked and there's piles everywhere. And now remember, these people are not selling yet. And they've managed somehow to have the intake look clean and efficient versus like, we're more about pulling this stuff in and less about the aesthetics of the store, which, sort of misses the point. So it was really, really cool to see a new take on it, which we're always looking for at Rags to Resale. Right?
Right.
I know you shopped resale, but it wasn't your focus to have a shop. What did you go to school for? What were you doing before this?
Yep, I was in education. I was a school counselor for 15 years. And then when I discovered Uptown, it kind of creeped into my thoughts, and I was always just kind of thinking about that and getting out of education and doing something else. And when I decided to finally do it, I was like, well, I can make a huge closet for myself that I can just work at every day. And that just seemed like an awesome fit. So we just kind of went with it from there.
So how long have you had the shop again? You opened in
about 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks. So do you just go in there and go, oh my gosh, I can wear any of this? Is it just so exciting?
Yeah. At the beginning, it was kind of weird because it was a slow start. Like the first few weeks when your advertising is trying to kick in and stuff, it was pretty slow. So it was kind of empty. There's a few things here and there, but now it's to the point where I'm like, ooh, I want to look through this stuff and go shopping, because I do a lot of the buys, but the employees are doing the buys too. So I don't see everything now. So now I'm like, ooh, it is a surprise to go through the racks and kind of see what there is.
How fun.
I'd be there late at night, just rolling in the clothes. I'd be so excited. You have to do a movie montage.
Yeah.
Try all the clothes on, come out with the hats.
Yeah.
I live for movie montages. I'm going to dress Gemma. She says she needs a new summer wardrobe. So I've been shopping for her. I actually got you some stuff here, Gem.
Nice. Thank you.
So I'm putting this outfit together, and I'm going to make her do a movie montage.
Movie montage. Yeah. Been hearing that word a lot.
To have a movie montage. I don't know what I'll do after the movie montage, because I'll have been fulfilled.
You'll have peaked. Yeah.
Your life's goal is already complete.
All right. Do you have any other fun things to show us besides the product?
Yeah. So I just brought over just a few free people things. And we do have a section that's just for free people and Lily Pulitzer and anthropology. That dress like so cute.
I love that dress.
How cute is that?
Yeah.
And then we also do have new product. About 15% or so of our inventory is new product. Most of it's jewelry and things like that, but we do have like cute summer rompers and little dresses.
So cute.
And then we get like weird kind of funky things that you really don't see like anywhere, like this like denim vest with like all these patches. This was one of the first things that we got in, and it has just stuck with me. This thing is like so cool.
That is amazing.
The uniqueness of the things that you get, you get brands that you've never seen before, styles that you've never heard of. I love when people come from out of town, like they just moved here.
Yeah.
Like someone just came in yesterday from California, and they had tons of stuff that I had never seen before because they have it over there and not over here. So we just really get a mix of everything every day.
So fun. Well, I cannot wait to shop. Jem, do you want to come with me next month?
Maybe.
We're just going to show up.
We're here. Costing these days in North Carolina.
It's really nice here. It's hot as hell, though. Oh my God.
It is hot. It is hot and it is humid every day.
I mean, and it's in the morning, it's lovely. And I'm like, oh, I could go for a run. And then I put my running clothes on a couple of days ago, and I went outside and I was like, oh no, it's too late. You got to be up at like 6 in order to go running for sure.
Yes.
No, I haven't done much. I've done a lot of eating though. The food's really good here. Well, Maribeth, thank you so much for joining us on Rags to Resale.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoyed talking to you so much, and we are so excited about your shop and your grand opening. And we will, when you open, send us your splashy Instagram posts and everything. We will put it out to our crowd as well.
Yeah, we'll put that on our
That's great.
social media. Thank
All
you so
right.
much, Maribeth. This was
thank
fun.
you.
Yeah, this is great. And good luck with your grand opening. And I will
Thanks.
see you soon.
Tips, live events, contests, celebrity appearances. Don't miss a moment. Follow Posh Pro Project on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube and check out our e-learning courses for resellers at poshproproject.com.